Hey everyone. So yeah, I thought I'd come on here. I got about 39 minutes or less, if you will. I gotta leave the house by 9:35 to catch my bus because I got my dentist appointment today to see what the next step's going to be. But anyway, wanted to come on here real quickly, kill a little bit of time, and do something that I gotta give a shout out to zaranyzerak about because he's been doing all these updates as of late, Blu-ray updates and stuff, kind of, talking about, what he's got and everything and what, he's obtained on 4K for the first time, or what he's gotten on Blu-ray but wish was on 4K but won't get a 4K because of its limitations and stuff, like, features and movies and stuff. But it got me thinking, there are some things that he showed that were on Blu-ray and even 4K that no one probably thought would ever get that treatment. So I thought, why not do a video where basically I talk about, movies and shows that should get the Blu-ray and to an extent the 4K treatment that have yet to get that from a physical media perspective. So why don't we do that right now while I kill a little bit of time, getting ready before I go and catch the bus and everything, shall we? Alrighty, so the first one we're just going to start off right there is My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. You can see season 1 to 7. And then, of course, as I've mentioned before, I have the other seasons recorded on onto DVD via DVR. But yeah, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, I think, would be perfect for a Blu-ray release, a complete Blu-ray release, for the series, a complete series release, if you will. Everybody's been hoping for that since the series ended. And I think it'd be a great, opportunity. And I think it'd be a great opportunity for Shout Factory and Hasbro to really, make some more money off the brand, and also kind of see that the fandom is not dead. It hasn't really died off that much and everything. So yeah, to me, one of the first options, in my opinion, to do a Blu-ray release of in a complete series form would be Friendship is Magic. Mostly because you can do it in Blu-ray because it's all in 1080p. You wouldn't have to worry about just slapping SD onto Blu-ray and all that. You could just, because I think whoever has it, like the film masters, they could just, put them on the Blu-ray, convert them, and there you go. Or at least the seasons that need the up conversion. So yeah, I would definitely say My Little Pony Friendship is Magic as the first to get a Blu-ray release, complete Blu-ray release and everything. And you could even include on some bonus disc, like let's say Best Gift Ever, Rainbow Road Trip, and such, as well as, even if you want to try to tie it in, you could pack in the movie as well, the 2017 movie. So that to me would be a great set, and you could even do a 4K set with it too, and that would take up less disc than a Blu-ray. Because I can tell you right now, a Blu-ray here would probably take up about maybe 6 discs entirely, maybe 6 to 8 discs entirely for the entire show, and especially if you include, let's say, the movie and the special. So you're looking like maybe 11 disc, 12 disc at most. Basically, like I said, well, I wouldn't say 12 disc at most. I would say 10 disc at most. Let me correct myself. It's early, and like I said, I'm trying to get this done, or at least try to get some of this done before I go to the bus. But anyway, like I said, I would say about 6 to 8 discs. 6 of them for the main show, and then an additional disc or so for the movie, as well as Rainbow Road Trip and Best Gift Ever. But yeah, to me, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic definitely should get a Blu-ray complete series Blu-ray release, as well as a complete series 4K release, because on 4K you can lessen the disc, the disc amount from like say 6 to maybe 3 or 4 at most. But yeah, I definitely think and believe that My Little Pony Friendship is Magic should definitely get a Blu-ray release, complete series Blu-ray release, and maybe even a complete series 4K release. All right, going back to the movie real quickly. Now, if they don't want to do a Blu-ray, complete Blu-ray series release for My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, then I think the best option after that, to do a 4K release on the movie. Yeah, I believe the movie can definitely use a 4K release, because when you watch the movie, let's say on your PS5 and everything, through, let's say, Fandango at home or Amazon Prime, you can watch it through HDR. And basically HDR is 4K, and you can also see it, in that manner. Basically, you get more clarity and everything like that. The other thing as well is when you put the Blu-ray into your 4K player, 4K Blu-ray player, you see the movie in 4K. So that's pretty nice to see. Everything's more converted up in, you know, the bit rate's higher and everything, if you will, or at least converted higher and everything. It's up converted higher and everything. So to me, I think it's a no-brainer for Lionsgate, if they still have the license, to put the movie on 4K. And I guarantee you, just like I said previously with Friendship is Magic, if they would have put that on Blu-ray, maybe, you know, with 6 to 8 discs, or 4K with 4 discs at most, it would definitely sell. And the same goes for a 4K release of just the movie, if they just want to go that direction. But yeah, I definitely feel My Little Pony My Little Pony the movie 2017 definitely should get a 4K release by Lionsgate if they still have the license. All right, next up, I think this would be a no-brainer for Mill Creek, if you will, or even Umbrella Entertainment or whoever distributes for Blu-ray. But to me, The Invisible Kid, I think, would be, you know, a definite no-brainer for, like, just a, you know, a little cash, I wouldn't say cash grab, but like just, you know, a little cheap, you know, I wouldn't say cheap either. I would say more along the lines of, you know, just something, just something that they could put out on Blu-ray, because, you know, a lot of people, I think, know about this movie, and so far it only has a DVD release, you know, via the UK officially, you know, and that's about it. So I think Umbrella Entertainment or Mill Creek should definitely pick up the license and put a Blu-ray release out of this, maybe even a 4K, but I think more than likely a Blu-ray version is going to probably be best for it. But yeah, definitely go with this as probably the next option. If I'm, like I say, Mill Creek or Umbrella or whoever, Discotheque maybe, you know, should definitely look into it. I mean, it's a nice little teen romp, if you will. You know, kind of low budget, but nicely done. You know, and so I like it. I mean, especially if you got that scene with China Phillips, that's where she takes the invisibility formula, her character that is, takes it and then does that little strip tease for Jay Underwood's character, just because she's having a little silly fun. So yeah, I would definitely say Invisible Kid should be next on the, you know, next on the list of movies that should get at least a Blu-ray release. And again, if I'm Discotheque, if I'm Mill Creek, or if I'm Umbrella Entertainment or whoever, that, you know, just, you know, takes these titles and said, okay, let's just, you know, let's have a stab at it, let's put it on Blu-ray, I think they could do it, and I think it would definitely sell. So even Shout Factory through Scream Factory and all that, or the Scream Factory division, in my opinion, could definitely you know, profit from this. But, you know, let me know what your thoughts are on it, guys. But yeah, I definitely feel that Invisible Kid through Mill Creek, Umbrella Entertainment, Discotheque, you know, Scream Factory, Shout Factory, whatever, I definitely feel could benefit from a Blu-ray release, which it probably will be the only thing it, you know, gets upgraded to outside of 4K, because I don't think you'll be able to get it on the 4K that easily. But Blu-ray, not an issue. But yeah, I think Invisible Kid should be next, or not next, but should be the, you know, a movie that, you know, basically minor distributors, independent distributors, to look into for a potential Blu-ray release. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Okay, this one right here should be a no-brainer, since digitally you can upgrade it now to 4K, and that's Pretty Woman. Pretty Woman has been out for about 35 years. This is the 35th anniversary year, so it's understandable why digitally they're going to 4K now with it. So I think a physical 4K release for Pretty Woman would definitely be beneficial, especially for its 35th anniversary. So to me, that's a no-brainer. That, again, if you're going to, you know, allow Fandango at Home and other places to up-convert it, you know, for, let's say, $14.99, $15, if you will, to 4K, you know, for the consumer to pay to do that, then I definitely feel that, you know, you should, you know, capitalize on it by putting out a physical 4K release of Pretty Woman for its 35th anniversary. But yeah, that's what to me, that's a no-brainer, since they're already allowing the digital conversion of it, you know, upgrade of it, you know, through Fandango and other places for $15. So to me, basically doing a physical 4K release, that's a no-brainer. What do you think? This one I think would be another good option from Warner Brothers, since they own the film prints and everything, and that is the Superstars 10 movie. 10 movie series, the Hanna-Barbera's Superstar 10 series of movies. I mean, they just recently put it on Blu-ray, but I think obviously a 4K, up conversion would be beneficial, because you could take all these discs, which are basically individual discs, all the movies are on their own disc, and you can basically shrink it down to maybe, let's say 2-3 discs at most. So, or even 4, 2 to 4 discs at most, and everything, since they own the original film prints now. But yeah, I think honestly, Hanna-Barbera Superstars 10 movie is a no-brainer when it comes to basically up-converting, something to a higher format to sell physically in stores. And I think up-converting this set to a 2 to 4 disc 4K set, I think is a no-brainer. But that's just my opinion, guys. Alright, so down here, I'm trying to focus on the one right here. Trying to focus on that one. I don't know if you can see it there. Let me find. There it is. There it is. Trying to find it for you guys. Right there in the middle, that light blue one. Yeah, the Congress. I definitely think whoever owns the rights to the movie distributing of that physically, I think the Congress could definitely benefit from a 4K release. I mean, it's beautifully animated. And the live action scenes as well look really good. So, to me, I think if there's another movie independently and art housey, if you will, that can definitely benefit from a 4K upgrade. From a 4K upgrade, it's got to be the Congress with Robin Wright. So to me, I think the Congress, from an independent and art housey like perspective, it's got a Blu-ray, but I think it could definitely benefit from a 4K release as well. So whoever has that distributing license physically, if I'm you, I would get on that and put this on 4K, that being the Congress. Okay, so last but not least, because I got to get ready here in a bit to leave for the bus, we have Sonic the Hedgehog Satayam. Obviously, I've talked about this before. It's a no-brainer. 1 disc, 26 episodes, and all the features. Do you want to port those over from the Shout Factory release if they're still around? To me, like I said, it's a no-brainer. 1 disc. The up conversion on Blu-ray would be, would make it look a lot better because of the the RCA or the whatever it's called, RCA or what? It's not MPEG, but it's something else. It's a higher bit rate, if you will. But yeah, basically Sonic Satayam to me is a no-brainer. So if I'm Discotheque or if I'm Mill Creek, listen to the fans, make this happen. You will not regret it, because I guarantee you, you put Sonic Satayam out on Blu-ray as a 1-disc complete series set, along with the bonus features and everything from the Shout Factory release, you will be selling money. You will be making money out the wazoo. That is a promise. That is an absolute promise. But what are you guys' thoughts? Let me know. All right, last but not least, as I got to get ready here in a bit, guys, we have Transformers Generation 1. I think, honestly, this can definitely benefit from a Discotheque release. I know Shout Factory's got the rights right now, but I think they can work something out with Discotheque to try to get this out on Blu-ray. Because you got 16 DVD, what is it, like 15 disc and a bonus disc as well. I think if you put it on Blu-ray, you could cut that down to potentially maybe 8 disc at most, in my opinion. So I think you can, if you put this on Blu-ray, you can cut it in half, and you can definitely have a complete series set of Transformers Generation 1 on Blu-ray via 8 disc, including the bonus features that you have on here as well, ported over to the Blu-ray. But yeah, Transformers Generation 1, no-brainer. Cut in half from a 15 disc set to an 8 disc set, if you will. Again, would be absolutely perfect in my opinion. But that's just my thoughts, guys. Let me know how you feel. And oops, no, zoomed in there, guys, sorry. But yeah, that's about gonna do it for right now. Maybe I'll keep doing this, once in a while. Just a new little series, so you guys can see what I believe should be given the Blu-ray treatment, even independently, as well as the 4K treatment, as well. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Do you agree with what I said on the movies I suggested that should get a Blu-ray and 4K release even independently or major studio-wise? Let me know down below in the comment section as well as the live chat during the premiere. Like the video. And until next time, guys, I got to get ready to go to the dentist. And until then, I am out.